Luca's unexpected arrival in Paris marked a turning point for Pia. For months, they had been living parallel lives, their hearts tethered by promises and late-night conversations. Seeing him there, surrounded by her photographs, reminded her of why they had taken the leap in the first place. "Are you staying?" she asked, as they stepped out of the gallery into the cool Parisian evening. "For as long as you'll have me," Luca replied, his eyes warm. Pia laughed softly, leaning into him as they walked along the Seine. "You know that's not what I meant." "I know," he said, a playful grin tugging at his lips. "But I needed to say it anyway." They wandered aimlessly, the city's charm wrapping around them like a favorite melody. Musicians played on street corners, their songs blending into the hum of conversation and laughter. Pia's hand found Luca's, and they moved as if the city had always been theirs. "You've made a name for yourself," Luca said, gesturing to the poster on a lamppost featuring her name and a photograph from the exhibit. "So have you," she replied, nudging him. "Your last single has been everywhere. Don't think I didn't notice." Luca shrugged, though the pride in his expression was undeniable. "It's not the same without you, Pia. Every stage, every crowd, it's missing something. Or someone." She stopped walking, turning to face him. "I've missed you too, more than I can say. But I don't want either of us to give up what we've built." "Who says we have to?" he asked, his tone hopeful. "We're better together, Pia. We always have been. What if we stopped trying to balance two separate lives and started building one life, together?" Her heart skipped at his words, the weight of them settling in her chest. "What are you saying?" "I'm saying let's stop thinking of distance as the only way forward," he said, his grip on her hand tightening. "You have your art, and I have my music. What if we made them work together?" Pia stared at him, her mind racing with possibilities. The idea was daunting, but the way Luca looked at her, as if they could conquer anything together, sparked something inside her. "Okay," she said finally, her voice steady. "But where do we start?" Their first collaboration came unexpectedly. A week after Luca's arrival, he played an intimate show at a cafe in Montmartre, where Pia had spent hours photographing the vibrant streets. She set up her camera discreetly, capturing moments as he played. A hand strumming the strings, the way the light hit his face, the enraptured expressions of the audience. After the show, they reviewed the photos together in their rented apartment. Luca's songs played softly in the background as Pia edited the images, her eyes lighting up with each frame. "These aren't just photographs," Luca said, leaning over her shoulder. "They're part of the story." "What do you mean?" "I mean, look at this." He pointed to a shot of him mid-performance, the light casting dramatic shadows. "It's not just me playing. It's the emotion, the connection. Your art shows what my music feels like." Pia's breath caught. She had always seen her photography as a way to capture the world, but Luca's words made her realize it could also reflect what couldn't be seen. The invisible threads that connected people and moments. "Let's make something together," he said, his voice brimming with excitement. "An exhibit, a show, something that combines your photographs and my music. A story only we can tell." The next few months were a whirlwind of creativity. They worked tirelessly, blending their talents into a project they called Resonance. Pia's photographs serve as the visual narrative, while Luca composed a series of songs inspired by the images. The exhibit debuted in a converted warehouse in Berlin. The space was transformed into an immersive experience, with Pia's photographs projected onto the walls and Luca's music filling the air. Visitors wandered through the exhibit, pausing to take in each photograph and its accompanying melody. The opening night was electric. People wept openly, moved by the raw emotion in the pieces. Critics praised the project as groundbreaking, a seamless fusion of visual and auditory storytelling. At the center of it all stood Pia and Luca, their hands clasped tightly as they watched their shared vision come to life. Later that evening, as the crowd thinned and the lights dimmed, Luca pulled Pia aside. "This is just the beginning," he said, his voice low and full of promise. Pia smiled, her eyes glistening with tears. "You mean it?" "Always," he said, cupping her face in his hands. "We found our rhythm, Pia, and I never want to lose it." They kissed, the applause from the remaining guests fading into the background. In that moment, surrounded by their art and the echoes of their journey, Pia and Luca knew they had found something rare and beautiful, not just in their work, but in each other. Together, they were unstoppable, and the world, vast and certain as it was, felt just a little smaller with them in it.